There is a massive shift happening in Wenatchee and North Central Washington, and honestly, most people have no idea how big it actually is. I'm not just talking about houses going up or one development. I'm talking about a full economic, cultural, and lifestyle transformation that is going to change what it means to live here in the next 3 to 10 years. And you're either going to be the person who sees it now and positions yourself to benefit from it, or you're going to look back in 5 years and say, I had no idea it would become this. So today I am walking you through some of the major developments that is happening in Wenatchee and North Central Washington. We're going to be talking about what's being built, what is changing, why it matters, and what this means for real estate and lifestyle here in the Valley. I'm Amanda Dallman, your local realtor, and I help people move here, relocate here, and invest here before the rest of the world figures it out. All right, let's get going. Wenatchee is not a sleepy valley anymore. If you are new here, you need to know something. For years, Wenatchee has the reputation of being a slower pace, under the radar, small town vibes. But Business Magazine recently published an article titled, Here's How a Small Washington City Rewrote the Rules of Economic Development. It's really worth a read. It captures exactly what I'm about to walk you through today. This change is not accidental. The region has been planning, investing, and positioning itself for it for decades, and now it's kind of happening all at once. So let's talk about what's coming, starting with the most visible transformation. First, we're going to talk about the waterfront and downtown revitalization. The Wenatchee waterfront is about one of the most desirable lifestyle areas in the entire region. We're talking reimagined waterfront trails, new public spaces, restaurants and outdoor gathering spaces, better walkability between downtown and the river. In fact, right now they're constructing another pedestrian bridge that connects East Wenatchee and West Wenatchee, or regular Wenatchee. That's funny, I called it West Wenatchee. This is going to make Wenatchee feel more connected, more vibrant, and more livable. And yes, this matters for real estate because lifestyle really drives value. So if you've ever been to like Spokane's Riverfront or Coeur d'Alene's Lakeshore or Ben's Mill District, you know how powerful waterfront revitalization can be, and Wenatchee is on that path right now. So the old PUD headquarters is going to be our new YMCA and mixed use area. And this is a big block downtown where the old Chelan PUD site, it's being redeveloped and branded into a state-of-the-art YMCA and community hub. And this is going to be surrounded by other mixed use opportunities. Thank goodness they are tearing this building down because it was ugly. The YMCA is centrally located and very walkable. It's active, the heart of the city, and it's adding a major lifestyle amenity. This is the kind of project that raises desirability for every neighborhood around it. Also in the downtown core, we have the majestic apartments and historic jailhouse redevelopment. So we are seeing this rebirth of the downtown happening right now. There's a couple of cranes in Wenatchee. The old historic jailhouse is becoming a boutique retail and restaurant space. Right next to it is the majestic apartments, which is going to be high quality, modern living in the walkable core of downtown. Now, this is how a city really goes from a place that you pass through to a place you want to experience. And when people want to experience a place, they want to live there too. Next, we're going to talk about the Craft District, and this is something that the Port District has been planning for years. The Craft District is really about culture because lifestyle is not just about buildings. It's breweries, it's live music, it's a place to gather. And the Craft District is becoming the newest hub for local makers, brewers, distillers, artists, and community events. This is where Wenatchee starts to feel less like a small town and more like destination mountain culture. Luxury buyers love this, remote workers love this, people relocating from Seattle are looking for exactly this. Next is probably one of my favorite development topics in the area, and that's Mission Ridge expansion area. So Mission Ridge is our ski area, and they're working on planning for upgrades that could eventually reshape the entire ski lifestyle footprint here. Think more amenities, more year-round recreation, more accessible ski culture. If you've ever wanted that live where you play lifestyle, this is your signal. Wenatchee is already one of the only places where you can ski, golf, wine taste, outdoor dine, all in the same day. This expansion is only going to amplify that. If you're exploring Wenatchee or just curious about how the growth may shape neighborhoods, home values, lifestyles, or consider where to buy, make sure you're on my weekly newsletter. I share local events that are going on, a quick pulse of the real estate market, and spotlight some local businesses. It really kind of helps you get even closer engaged with the community. The link for that letter is in the description of this video. Okay, let's go across the bridge and talk a little bit about some of the developments in East Wenatchee because it is also growing. So in East Wenatchee, we have the SR 28 corridor improvements. So East Wenatchee is growing fast, and this SR 28 corridor widening is kind of the backbone of the growth. And if you don't know what this is the road that connects the North Bridge to downtown East Wenatchee. And they are adding more lanes, better flow, safer intersections, sidewalks, and bike lanes. And this really is going to open up a big area for new residential communities. There is talks of retail expansion and better access to the river. This is where I see huge opportunities for buyers who want new construction, space, and views. Now, let's talk about something that could become one of the most influential development zones in the entire Wenatchee Valley. This is the Wenatchi Landing. The Wenatchi Landing is across the river from Wenatchee on the shoreline. It's a big open property near the North Bridge on the East Wenatchee side. Boy, was that confusing? Sorry, maybe we'll put a map. This area has been in plans for years, and now the momentum is really building. And this is such a big deal because it has a huge potential to become a waterfront community with public spaces, mixed use with retail and a lifestyle district, trails and recreation access, restaurants and gathering areas, and it's all connected directly to the river. In other words, this is where East Wenatchee finally meets the water. Right now on the Wenatchee side, they have the loop trail and riverfront access, which is on the East Wenatchee side too, but it just does not have the connection that East Wenatchee has. So this is going to connect the community to the river. When you create waterfront living plus trails, plus river access, plus restaurants and walkability, you create a lot of demand. And this is the kind of the development that can really shift property values, neighborhoods' desirability, lifestyle, and identity in the valley. This is a long-term project, but it really is foundational. If you're planning to relocate in the next 2 to 10 years, Wenatchee Landing is something you need to keep your eyes on. And yes, I'll be tracking it for my clients as zoning timelines and phases progress. Okay, next let's talk about the Pangbourne Airport and the Trades District. A quick plug for our airport. There was just a massive runway expansion that happened that is going to allow bigger jets to fly in, which means more routes flying in and out in the near future. On top of that, there is the new Business Trades District that just had its grand opening on its first phase. This is huge for long-term economy in the valley. This trades district is a new hub for startup businesses. It has maker spaces, artisan manufacturing areas, it's for local entrepreneurs, and it's just this really kind of creative economy growth that is happening. And what this means is job creation, more local services, more culture identity, and more demand for housing nearby. This little hub really helps make the region self-sustaining and not so commuter dependent. Okay, the next development is also making national headlines, and I am talking about Halion's fusion power plant project out in Malaga. This is a project that they just started groundbreaking on, and it is a big game changer. Fusion power would bring stable, high-tech jobs, engineering plus research talent, long-term economic diversification, and it's just a massive boost to Wenatchee's identity as really being an innovation hub. This fusion plant really changes everything for not just the Wenatchee area, but also the development of data centers. A project like this really is the difference between a nice mountain town and a mountain town with an innovative economy. That's the Bend, Boulder, Whitefish trajectory. There is almost $3 billion of new development going on right now in the Wenatchee Valley, and it's all very exciting. So, what this means if you're thinking about moving here is it's not hype. This is momentum in motion. And Wenatchee right now is more connected than ever, more desirable than ever, more innovative than ever, and more culturally developed than ever. And we're still in the early stages of this curve, which means if you move here now, you're still kind of early. If you wait 5 to 7 years, you're paying a premium to be here. Real estate always follows lifestyle and culture first. We're watching this shift happen right now in real time. So if you're thinking about relocating here or looking for a second home, or you just want to understand where the best long-term plays are, I would love to talk to you and help you navigate that. I'm Amanda Dallman, your local Wenatchee realtor, and I will see you in the mountains or on the river. See you next week with another video about living in North Central Washington.